Hello, guys. NautoAce here, and yes, I too want to give my thoughts on the unfortunate closing of James Games Arcade. So, yes, in the past, I did some video basically talking about James Game Arcade because this is the place in my local area which is close to my heart. I have a lot of history with this place. When I was in high school and in college, I would go here to kick back, play some of the games. Because some of them, they do get like rare games. But unfortunately, after a while, for me personally, when the PS4 came out, that's when I hardly go to James Game. Sorry, but in the past I have been going there. But if you've been following what happened on James Game on Facebook on March 23rd, the owner Rick unfortunately had to make an announcement that the place is going to be closing on March 27th. It's going to be the last day, and then on March 31st, that's it. They're done. They're closed, and it is what it is. Heck, even went to the daily bulletin news in Inland Empire News there, and yeah, it was unfortunate about it. I mean, basically, what led to this is, of course, in 2020, the pandemic started. After a while, there was some regulation they had to follow. Even James Game, there were stories that you can have certain people in it. You have to do reservation to a point that I think when the pandemic got worse, they were asked to shut down for a while temporarily. Of course, in 2021, they finally able to open a bit, but because you know what happened, you know, the COVID, the vaccine, and but I guess it was just a little too late, and Rick just announced that yeah, due to the lack of fund, the lack of people going to James Game, he had to shut down. It is an unfortunate there. Yeah, my thoughts about it. Of course, it's sad hearing about this. I mean, it had a big history. I know it's not one of the popular one, but again, surprisingly, they was able to run because, of course, if you heard Super Arcade at one point in 2019, Mike Watson had to shut down due to lack of funding. So, I mean, it is what it is. For this one, yes, it is lack of funding, but at the same time, because of the pandemic, yeah, I mean, even now I'm gonna miss it. I mean, as for the owner, yeah, a lot of people do give the guy prep. For me personally, I have interaction with the guy. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I know the person. He's very, very protective with his business, and you can see now why there. So I can't really blame him because sometimes, for me personally, is I let's just say, hey, for me, at one point I was trying to promote it, but the way he did it is just really it's a misunderstanding. But at the same time, again, no harm done. But he does have a lot of like rules that if you don't kind of follow or you kind of do something he doesn't like, he's gonna call you out on it. So I mean, I kind of understand where it's coming from, but again, because for him that's his livelihood and business comes first. So if he gets like aggressive to a customer, he's just trying to protect his business. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, it happened to me, but you know, but overall, yeah, I have heard. I mean, yeah, the guy overall is like nice. Again, it's just potato situation. However, I can understand that. Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand he's protecting his business, and but unfortunately, like I said, on March 27th is gonna be the last day, and then that's it. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate there. I know a good friend of mine. I did mention it on a previous video. She used to work there, but if I remember, I think in early 2020 on her Instagram, she actually did announce that she was actually leaving James Game, future endeavor. But again, you know, it is what it is. But that has nothing to do with the pandemic. It's just she want to do something new. But of course, like I said, throughout 2020 to 2021, I guess push come to shove. It is what it is. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I mean, I'm gonna put links in the description box on about James Game, their Facebook, their Twitter. There's a lot of like events happening, and yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, I'm kind of saddened about it, but again, you know, the pandemic just it's not cool. Yeah, so I mean, to Rick, hey, thank you to actually running the place. Like for me, I have a big history, especially when I was in high school, in my early times in college. And unfortunately, really like it for me when the PS4 came out, games were evolving. So like, well, I don't really feel like going out. Just want to stay home. You know the drill. But it is what it is. It is unfortunate. Best of luck for you, Rick. We'll just see what happened there. So that's my thoughts on James' game closing. It is gonna unfortunate, but again, the pandemics, you know, it's just it's very difficult. So with that, I'll see you guys later.